Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, the president of the Natty Republic, the Natty King, the last true Natty Crusader, the one true heir to O'Hearn's Natty throne. Gentlemen, officially completed 7 weeks of cutting, so I'm going to give you a physique update before we get into the rest day Q&A. This morning I weighed in at 221, which is £1 less than last week. Only £1 less than last week, but I'm looking significantly leaner than last week. And last week was a massive drop from the week before that. There was a £4 drop. Sometimes when you have a massive drop, then next week you only have a small drop, which is what happened this week. So I feel way leaner, even though the scale has only said £1. So even sometimes you can't take the scale as the biggest indication of your leanness, because I feel way leaner than I did last week, but the scale's only said £1. So I am going to drop calories though. I've been on 3,700 now for nearly a month, so I'm going to go down to 3,500, just make a small drop, 200 calorie drop, go down from 37 to 3,500, and that's where my calories are at right now, boys. So 3,500 now for a while, probably be on 3,500 for a while. Let me get into the physique update. Oh, before the physique update, chaps, guys, join my online community, the Mendez Cartel. You have full access to all my training programs as well as all the other features. Link in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching and want to go an even further step than just being in the community, and you actually want full-on one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram link in the description and DM me the word cartel. And lastly, boys, get your Shilajit insane natural supplement from Altitude Supplements. Link in the description for that as well. All right, physique update time. Let's show from the back, from the rear. All right, boys, it's co-founder time. Let's get into the rest day Q&A. Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
receiver.
Here with the receiver of. Here with the G4P.
The G4P king.
The man himself.
I just receive. I'm not really a giver. I receive.
He's a receiver. He's a bottom. He's not a top. He's a bottom. He's a receiver. All right, let's get to bloody work, gentlemen. Let's get into the rest day questions. It's co-founder time. First question is from Alex Ralph03, one of the regulars. Rest day Q, bro. How do you track your weekly weight when cutting? In terms of averages, is it better to take the median or mean weight? Recording for the week over the 7 days. I'll leave this to the co-founder, man. He's the king of this. He's the king of this. And you give them a little bit of insight into our one-to-one.
I mean, in order to I mean, there's many pieces of data that you can look at. First of all, you have to weigh yourself on a daily basis. We look at weekly average, weekly high, and weekly low. And depending on those three values, weekly average, weekly high, and weekly low, then you can make decisions. It really comes down to it really comes down to each case, each personal case. So if I was you, I would look at the weekly average. However, on the weekly average, there could be some outliers. So you have to have the skill to remove those outliers sometimes.
Yeah. Extract the anomalies. But the most important piece is probably weekly average. Add up all your weigh-ins from the week and divide them by 7. All right. Next question is from the man himself, Clyde Ramos. Rest day question. High bar versus low bar squats. This question is basically gay or straight. Gay or straight. So high bar versus low bar means straight versus gay. High bar, straight versus low bar, gay. Are you gay, then do low bar. If you're straight, then do high bar. It's that simple. Low bars, you see all these guys doing low bar, wide stance, pushing their ass out. It's anyone. You can squat. If I squatted the way powerlifters squat with that kind of cheat style low bar, I'd be
could do 300.
I'd be a 300 kilo squatter, man. I'd be chucking 7 plates on there. This guy would be doing. You'd be doing what, 6 plates, bro? You see some guys in the gym doing that. That's the hardest way to squat.
People ask us why we have like the squat knot and shit. Is because I literally place the bar like where my hair starts. That's where I place the fucking bar.
That right there, that's called being a man. Okay, the squat knot's called being a man. Don't low bar squat. High bar, ass to grass. Don't be a pussy, man. Don't be gay. Be straight.
Low bar is like doing a leg press.
All right. Next question is from Sims. Rest day question. Will you be incorporating any cardio into a routine deeper in the cut? And what's the best cardio to bring into a routine without hindering gains? You want to do some kind of steady state cardio, incline walking, or going very slow on the stairmaster. And do I bring in cardio in my cut? Only at the very end, if that. Last couple cuts I haven't even done cardio. So if I do bring it in, it will be at the very end, and it will be some kind of steady state cardio, stairmaster or incline walking. All right, next question is from Andy John. Why won't my bench increase anymore, bro? I'm 5'6", 94 kg, and about 14% body fat. 5'6", 94 kg, 14% body fat.
You're obese.
5'6", 94 kg, he says he's 14% body fat though. Benching
14.
1.4. At 5'6", so he's close. He's really lean at 94 kg at 5'6". 14% body fat. He's close to being shredded. Benching only 80 for 5, but I can deadlift 200 for 3. Why is my bench so far off my deadlift? Do you think it's concerning that I might be getting too lean, but I'm bulking to 105 kg and veins are appearing on my back?
Bro, this guy's a fucking troll.
Should I be concerned, my brother? Said it's extra blood on the bulk and can cause stroke risk, or is he lying? Okay, so bro, you're taking the piss, man.
This guy's taking the piss, bro.
Bro, you're taking the mick. So, bro, if you're 94 kg, 5'6", and 14% body fat, then you have an unbelievable amount of muscle, and you would not be benching 80 for 5. You'd be a freak. To be 14% body fat is very lean. You're like close to shredded. Like people underestimate 14% body fat. It's very lean.
Not close to shredded, but like
a couple percent away, you're shredded. Like if you're 11%, 10%, you're really lean.
Yeah.
So this guy, if you're 14% at 94 kg, 5, so yeah, brother. Yeah, that's. What do you want to say to this guy, man? Say something to this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is a troll question, but let's try to assess it in case an individual like this exists, which I doubt. So, bro, it just makes no sense because 94. Okay, so we need to ditch one of the pieces of data that you gave us. 14%. You're not 14%. You're like 24% body fat, and that means that you might have way too much fat, and now your testosterone production has tanked like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So you have so much fat that fat creates aromatase. And that creates like estrogen. Therefore,
yeah,
you don't have as much strength.
I mean, if your bench is plateaued, bro, then the best you could do is just do some foundational work, build your bench back up, keep going, keep eating, keep getting stronger, plateaus. The only way you can overcome plateaus is just keep going, change up the rep ranges, maybe go down, do some foundational work. Yeah, what would you say, bro?
Yeah, the same. Actually, something that's really helped me increase my chest strength, like all my pressing strength, is doing dips.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing dips, and I've been integrating them back again into my routine in the past 2 months, and my chest strength has improved a lot.
Great accessory. All right, next question is from Gold Experience. Do you speak Arabic? Assalamu alaikum, habibti, yallah. Say something in Arabic.
Yallah, habibi, yallah, alhamdulillah.
Yallah, habibti, yallah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, yallah, habibti, yallah. That's my Arabic. I'm going to become an Arab singer. All right, next question is from Off the Top MTB. I noticed when doing heavy weighted decline ring push-ups, I get a few tiny burst blood vessels under the eyes. Should I ease up a bit, or am I just built different? Holla at your boy. You're built different, bro. Listen, when I do deadlifts, I had some veins pop, some small veins in my neck pop. Very normal, especially when going very, very heavy. Like little small blood vessels do burst. It's normal. It's nothing great. Don't be too scared. What would you say to that, bro?
Yeah, learn how to brace too, bro.
Yeah.
That helps, bro, because you might not be bracing correctly, and you're putting a lot of pressure in your face and your head rather than on your core. But this, as Nick says, that can happen. But if it's something that really concerns you, just focus on your bracing as much as possible.
Yeah.
Try to pack all that air in your core rather than on your head, like just putting so much pressure on your head.
Yeah. Brace like a turtle. Be fast like a turtle. All right, next question is from Aluminium Garage Triple H. Rest AQ. Thoughts on mini cuts? I've personally never done a mini cut. I don't do mini cuts. I either go all out on a bulk or all out on a cutting phase. I'm not a huge fan of mini cuts. I just like to do the whole bulk on its own and do the whole cut on its own. Like I bulk really hard and I cut really hard. I don't do mini bulks and then go up and down and up and down. I'm not a fan of that. I like doing one thing on its own and then doing one thing on its own. A mini bulk though, a mini cut though, can have its purpose. It can be a very valuable tool. A lot of people use them to great effect. It can be a good way to help increase your appetite, decrease the food for a while. 4 to 6 week mini cut, reduce the body fat slightly, and it can put you in a better position so you can then continue bulking. It can work for some people. What would you say to that, big boy?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to your style of training. Like, for example, Nick has a really bodybuilding based style of training. But if you're more of a lifestyle guy, a mini cut can aid you for instance, what we're doing with Christopher, bro. Just if you have a date that you want to look lean, you can take quick 6 weeks to trim some fat.
No.
And look good for a certain date. And if you have the ability to really maximize your mini cut, I think it can be good. If you don't want to maximize as much muscle as possible, or as Nick says, if you've been in a bulking phase for a while, you think you're getting way too fluffy, your appetite is gone, then it could be a good tool to introduce.
100%. All right, next question is from Ash Trains. All right, boss. Keep up the good work. I was just wondering about the membership subscription for the Cartel. Why was it $10 a month? Then it went up to 20, and now it's back down to 10. Thanks, boss. You want to explain that, or shall I take it?
Yeah, we can both do it.
Yeah, so we raised the price shortly for a while, and then we realized, you know what? We want it. The community's really for people that can't afford the one-to-one coaching, so we can still help them. And there comes a point where, especially for younger guys, it can when the price is a little too high, it can be hard on them to join. So we thought, you know what? Let's just put the price down back to what it was at $10 to allow more people to join. Join the Mendez Cartel, by the way, people, and that allows more people to be in there. And we can help more people. Full access to all my programs. So we just thought, you know what? We want to make it something that is applicable to everyone. What would you say, bro?
Yeah, 100%. We want the young people to have a low barrier of entry.
For the kids.
20 with 10, a lot of people are like, yeah, it's only $10 a month. I'll join. I'll give it a go. Let's see. So they can have a taste of what the cartel, what the Mendes Cartel is like. Whereas for 20, for some reason, people are cheap. I mean, 10 and 20, in my opinion, is the same shit. But people do have that mindset that maybe 20 is a little too much. So we just lowered it for 10, so also younger people can join. We already have a product that's slightly more expensive, like the coaching.
The coaching's for more expensive, but the community allows other people that can't do the one-to-one to join. And there will come a point though where we have so much value in the community that we do have to raise prices. I'm adding more programs month to month to month to month. So there will come a point where we got so much value in terms of the nutrition and training programs, and as well as all the other content, the motivational content, where we will have to raise it again. That point will come. So join now while it's cheap, and that you're grandfathered in for life at that price. But we're adding new value every single month, so there will come a point where there's just too much value for it to be $10. All right, next question is from Danny Wade 100. But Nick Ajazi built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Needs to go on the merch. Another merch idea.
What's that? Say that again?
So did you watch yesterday's video?
No.
You know that? Have you seen Iron Man? Don't tell me you haven't seen Iron Man, bro.
What? Iron Man?
Yeah, the first Iron Man.
Yeah, of course.
You know when they
Great
locked
movie.
Tony Stark in the cave and he escapes?
Oh yeah, when he built the first Iron Man,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
the evil guy's like, Tony Stark built it with a box of scraps in a cave. You remember that line?
No, bro. No, I was too young, and I must have watched it in Spanish when I first ever watched that movie.
Yeah. He's like, put that on the
So
merch. Well, I mean, the merch, bro, it's pretty much another merch question. We'll come out with something beautiful for the merch. We promise you that, bro. There's a lot of demand for the merch.
the merch will be really fucking nice.
Yeah. Right, last question, boys. From Kappa VG3G. At some point, you got to ask yourself, why are you doing what you're doing beyond being built different or trying to outdo your fellow man? Is it helping or hurting? Maybe take a page from your good old countryman, Dorian Yates, and ease up a bit on the amount of sets. Not saying do one working set, about 8 to 10 total for chest. This is just my view. I'm not saying I'm for sure right. Personally, I lowered my volume to 8 to 10 sets a week, once a week, and made a lot more strength progress. Yeah, listen, bro, I'm not saying 8 to 10 sets is what the co-founder tends to do. High intensity every set to failure per muscle. That's a very good way to train. I'm a little bit nuts. I do more than that. A lot of the time, I do more than that, more for the mental side. Like I could do probably a lot less volume and get the same results. I'm just a little bit crazy and lost in the head. I'm a bit mentally ill. Like I have to do more. But you're right, bro. Like 8 to 10 sets with high intensity, all those sets taken to failure per muscle would be good. That's what the co-founder does.
I did 7 sets on chest today.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I did, and I went all out to failure every single set. But bro, at the same time, this really, really comes back to the same thing. If it works for you, do it, man.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then don't. You know, like if Nick
Facts.
likes doing high volume, this is not black or white.
Facts.
And this is something we were talking about in like a video we released today for the community. It's like, for you to have a good physique, you don't even need to train weights sometimes. Like for instance, swimmers. These guys don't train weights and they look incredible. So
Yeah.
it's not black or white. There's a million different ways to get a good looking physique.
There's no rules in this game, boys. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. This is not scientific, and a lot of the optimal science people try and make it scientific. Like there's only one right way. There's a million right ways. So, bro, your way might work. My way might
The
work.
most important is food, man.
Food is the most
You know,
important thing. There's only one right way with food. Actually, no, there's not. There's a million right ways with food. There's loads of different ways you can eat, but you got to get the nutrition on point.
If you eat like a motherfucker, however, if you eat like a motherfucker, whatever style of training you do, it'll work.
All right.
That's it.
All right, boys. Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
receiver.
Here with the receiver, the G4P King. All right, boys. We're actually 20 subscribers away from 10K subscribers. So we're nearly at 10K, boys. We want to thank you for nearly hitting 10K. It's been a great journey. And yeah, boys, we're going to make loads of great content in the summer. You guys want to see more lifestyle content? That's coming in the summer. So let's do a quick thumbnail, bro.
Okay, wait. How many followers away from 50K?
Like
2,100 followers from 50K on the Instagram account.
All right, bro. Let's do a quick thumbnail.
That shit, boys.
Yeah, let's do a quick thumbnail.
Shit, let me. Wait.
All right, Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the receiver, the G4P King. Gentlemen, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, join the Mendez Cartel, link in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel. Boys, you got to try Shilajit from Altitude Supplements, link in the description. And as always, chaps, long live King Charles III and God bless Sir Winston Churchill.
Let's go.